It is a big mistake if you ever hear yourself say, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. My gosh, what a choke point for a business owner or a manager or a leader. Because the reality is, if all tasks have to go through you, then you are the constraint that keeps the business from growing. Let's not create that problem. Let's create success by learning how to delegate effectively. Now, in order to delegate effectively, you've got to figure out what tasks need to be done and who has the capability to do it. Of course, you're not always sure if they do have the capability, so we'll address that in just a minute. But define what success looks like at the end of the task and do it with enough specificity that will allow you to explain it to someone. And realize as well that you don't have to delegate everything. You can delegate parts of things that you are assured that they can get done. So let's talk about the 3 keys to really good delegation. The first key is to explain exactly what you need to have done and how it needs to get done. And it has to be done in such a way that they can get a really clear picture of what success looks like, because you want to set them up for success and to learn in the process so that they can repeat it. The second thing that you've got to do is you've got to get them to repeat back to you what you're asking of them. Because if they can't repeat it back, it means that they don't fully understand it. And you can't count on your talking to them that whatever you have said actually gets into their mind in such a way that it's useful and actionable for them. Now, there's sort of a midpoint question, and that is, once they've started a task, at what midpoint do I need to check in to see how well they're doing it? And it all depends on their readiness, their capability, and the concern that you have about oversight to make sure it's done to quality. So it could be 20%, it could be 50% of the way through the project, it could be more than that, but it is a good idea to have a check-in, and it doesn't have to be initiated by you. You could ask them to initiate that checkpoint themselves. Put it on them to kind of check in with you. All right, the third key is always debrief. Debrief how well they've done. What did they do well? And what could they do differently in order to make it go better next time? So, to summarize, define what you need, describe it in very clear detail, get them to repeat back what you expect of them and what success looks like, have a midpoint check of some sort, and then do a debrief. If you do this, you can get them to do more because they've learned how to do it well. And this allows you to work less, and that's called working smarter, not harder, which is always a good thing.